Hey guys, it's Angie Bell. I just wanted to do a video today. I just reopened up my Etsy shop and I changed out the merchandise, and I'm carrying these type of really cool embellishments in my shop. And I'm putting together a team. Right now we're at like 4 or 5 on the team. At the most there'll be 6, but somewhere around 4 or 5 on the design team to start out, which I think is a great start. And I'll be introducing them next month because I'm going to ask each of them to do a little video on themselves, just talking about how they got into scrapbooking, what inspires them about scrapbooking, just different questions, so they can everyone can get a little bit of a introduction to the new design team. So what I did is, to get a head start, I went ahead and did a design team project for this month, and I did this steampunk journal. And this journal originally was, and I'm trying to get these out so I can tell you the name of these. Of course, I didn't do it in advance, and I should have. Alright, I can't find them, but these were those type of composition notebooks. There we go! Okay, so this was a composition notebook. I picked them up for 50 cents at the beginning of the school year, after everyone got their school supplies. They always have them, and so I picked up a bunch of them because I knew I'd want to do like these type of journals too. Okay, so what I thought I'd do is I'll just start going through how I created this journal. I covered it with paper, which you can absolutely not even see. It was some really cool paper, but that was just the base. So then what I did is, I'm going to bring it closer so we can start going through it. See the texture? See that texture right here? All that texture? That's a doily. The texture right here is a script die cut. That's a die cut of Tim Holtz. Okay? See right here? This is another Tim Holtz die cut, which is like numbers. See how you can see like 1, 2, 3, and that goes all the way up. And then on top of that, move that out of the way. You can see a little bit of texture right here. That is some lace that I had put on there. Then we have a Tim Holtz clock die cut, which I love. Obsessed with Tim Holtz, period. Love all his stuff. I try to get as much Tim Holtz everything as I possibly can. There's the butterfly, the Tim Holtz butterfly, which everybody knows. Don't you love it? Then I took, let me bring it up a little closer. There we go. I took the clock and cut it in half and did that also. And that's that lace doily. You can see it a little bit better now that I brought it in closer. Okay. Alright, now this is where I'm going to now, after that whole layer went on, then I went ahead and started using pieces from my shop. Okay. So, see this piece right here? The little clock piece, that's from my shop. That's from my shop. That cool pieces. Okay, you know what? Let me show you this. I'm going to show you the pieces that I didn't like color over. Okay, so that is from my shop. That piece there, which I think is really cool. Another gear, another gear, another gear, and these pieces are really cool. The little right there, rectangular baubles. I think those are pretty cool. Okay, and then another rectangular bauble there. This chair is not in my store. Isn't it cool? You guys, if I ever can get those and carry them in my shop, I will. But this was the keychain I got from like this indoor swap meet we have here in Nevada. So, it's pretty cool. This though, again, that was the piece from my stash, so that also wasn't in my shop. Okay, from there though, I covered the whole thing in gesso and then let that dry. It's easy to do these. It just takes steps because there's drying time, and sometimes it doesn't do you justice to use your heat gun. Sometimes it's just better to let things dry. Okay, so then these are more metal pieces from my shop. After all of that, I then took. Okay, this is what I did next. Then see all the color here. How I got that was I used the Tim Holtz dabbers. Let me show you guys. I'm just going to put that there. Everybody hold on for a second. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, but just to make sure you guys know what I'm talking about, you know, the distress daubers, these things. You guys know. Everybody has these. Okay? So I used like all the really natural colors. I used a turquoise. I used a turquoise. I used an antique bronze. Just all those kind of colors. Now, see this rust color right here? I actually use the Tim Holtz Distress inks. And you guys, I am loving those. I use them on everything, but I didn't have this rust color in the Distress stain in the dabber here. So I just used that on my little makeup sponge, and I put it in there where I needed it to. Then I took some water and sprayed it and let everything all mesh and mush into each other. And then that's how I got this fabulous color. And then after that was dry, another drying process, that's when I took some of my pieces from my shop, and with no color on them at all, just to show the true of the pieces, I did alcohol ink that with Tim Holtz. That's a cool little piece at the top. Let me see if you can see that. See that piece? Isn't that a fabulous piece? That's in my store. Now, all these pieces, too, are very reasonably priced. Like, I think, like, you get, like, 5 or 6 of these for no more than $2, maybe $1.50. The gears, same thing. All the prices are really, really reasonable. Everything's between, like, $1 to about $2. I may have one thing that may be $2.50, $3, but one out of the whole shop. So everything's really reasonably priced. Again, here's another really cool little filigree piece. This is another piece. I think I showed you that already. Okay, down here. You guys, we can make our own, what's it called? Because I don't buy it because I'm cheap. Artie cakes? We can make our own Artie cakes. Let me show you. Sorry for the, see that piece in the corner? Right there. Let me hold that still. Isn't that cool? That's like a little Artie cake piece, you guys. For dirt cheap, we can make our own little Artie cake pieces. I'm going to have a video on that also. I'm making a bunch of Artie cake pieces, Artie cake influence pieces in another video. Okay? And then also this key right here, which I love. Let me see if I can bring it a little closer. Love that key. That key is in my store. Bring it back a little bit. I took a piece of chain on the key and put this little key on there. Let me see if I can get the light on this to. There's the key. There we go. Sometimes you just need a little light. And let's see if we can look at the little charm, little key charm here. See if we can see it, get it into some light. There's a little key charm on there. Okay, let me bring the lights back up because sometimes that gives too much glare. We needed it for that. Okay, now we'll move this over. And then I did a whole slew of trinkets on here. They're from my shop. This is a little round piece that I hot glued on. Then I hung chain from the bottom of that. And then I'll just go through some. And then I Tim Holtz some of the, like this silver chain, I Tim Holtz the chain. I like everything to look all rustic. This is a really cute butterfly charm, which I alcohol inked. One of those fabulous keys. Oh, these are really cute. These are in my store too. See these little crosses? Aren't those adorable? Oh, love this. Look at these little clocks. You guys, are those the cutest little clock charms? Let me come closer. Obsessed. Okay, those are in my shop. I don't think I ordered enough of those because I didn't know how cute they were going to be. So I am definitely going to order more before they run out. Oh, here's another key on the side here. Another key there. It's in my store. And then on that I put another little dangle. So it dangles from there. Here's another one from my store. Pretty little feather or leaf. And I alcohol inked that. This is from my stash. It's not from my store. If I find anything like that, I will put it in there, you guys. You know what? I love this. I saw someone do this. I just distressed a paper clip and hung that as a little charm. I love that. I love simple little things like that. And then, again, the little, which I think are so cute, the little tiny keys, again. And lots of chain. So I really like how this turned out. Oh, I do want to show you the back. Let me show you that really quickly. This is the back. And it's a little bit different than the front. But again, I just used the Tim Holtz gears. Again, I used, right here is the Tim Holtz, oh, what is that? You can see it right here. It's the little body form that you, when you're sewing, I don't know why I can't think of the name of that, but you know what I'm talking about. I put like a little flowery skirt. It's a flower right here for the skirt. That's a flower there. A Tim Holtz flower right there. Okay, and then that's a bird cage there. Tim Holtz bird cage. And I had that on the other side too, but I didn't show you guys that. Okay, and then I put 2 clocks here. This is all to give texture. And this is a Tim Holtz script embossing embossing folder right here. See how it's all script? I thought that was cool to get texture. So I'm just going to go like this so you guys can see the different things I used. You can probably recognize them for texture. Again, then I took the Tim Holtz Distress Dabbers, these things, put it all over, and then did water, and that's how it turned out. And then I sprayed a little bit of my own, I make my own glimmer mist, sprayed a little bit of that on there. And I just want to show you guys a couple things I didn't show you on the front. If you can see, that is a Tim Holtz, that's the bird cage. I did that on the front too. And also, you can't even tell anymore, so I won't even try to show you. I used one of those body forms, Tim Holtz body forms again. But you can't even see it because I have it covered up. Okay, we're almost done. I do want to show you the inside of this. What is her name? She calls herself, God, I can't think of Thrifty Crafter or something like that. And I absolutely love a lot of her ideas. And so it's not Thrifty Crafter, but I will put her site on the bottom because you guys have to check her out. She's really cool. Isn't this cool? She's the one who gave me this idea. I took book paper and she has this technique with watercolor pencils, which I use Prisma, but she said you can just use the cheap old kind. You don't have to have Prismas. And she shows you how to do this. And it looks like it's hard, you guys, but when she broke it down, it was so easy. All these are is little shapes. I paint too, but I know how to paint my flowers. But the way she did this with the pencils was another technique, and I really liked it. It was super easy. This was just my first shot at it, and I did it. And then I took my Tim Holtz Rust color, which is my new favorite color of Tim Holtz inks. And I use that rust. You guys should start using that rust. Everybody uses vintage photo, but rust is fabulous. So is the tea dye, and so is linen. I don't know if you guys have picked those up. I think tea dye and linen might be some of the newer ones. Maybe not, but new to me. So I really love that. And I use the tea dye, Tim Holtz Distress Inks, and I use linen going across. So I figured if I'm going to have an old page looking like this, I better have a page like that. Okay, now the back of the journal, I did another one of those. Isn't it beautiful, you guys? And that's all done with, like I said, Prismacolor pencils. Okay, and then again, Tim Holtz Distress Inks, rust color. And then again, linen and tea dye to rust up shabby chic up the pages. So I love how this steampunk journal came along. I think it turned out really good. I'm so excited about the design team, and I will be introducing everybody next month. And then look for My Fairy Treasures design team projects, because they'll be coming out in February. And you guys check out my shop. If you haven't subscribed to my station, please subscribe. But check out my shop. It'll be below. And have a great time shopping. Like I said, great deals. Everything's between $1 to maybe $2.50. So have a good time, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.